Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we're doing a follow-up video on Project Quick Islam. Now, I know when you hear that, you're gonna think it's really stupid, and it was really stupid. When I heard that this was being done, I immediately called it stupid, said it wasn't gonna work, and shock of all shocks, it didn't work. Today we're gonna talk about how it blew up in the people's faces who were trying to run this plan, and just how terrible of a plan it really was. So I guess it all starts with my Twitter. This person, who's on screen right now, they DM'd me about this stupid plan before they even made their Kiwi Farms post. So I knew this was going to happen before Kiwi Farms even got their hands on it. Which is why I immediately started planning a video to tell them that the fucking thing was stupid. But of course, because I'm in my friend's apartment and I don't have all the time in the world, I had to delay the video, and by the time I got it out, the Kiwi Farms post was already made. So, I did know it was going to happen, I knew it was going to fuck up, and even when people were happy that a new saga was starting, I wasn't. So, I'm not going to show you our DMs, but I am going to cut to when this person posts on Kiwi Farms. They made this post saying that, they're not really familiar with Kiwi Farms, and that they were just told to post this, and that's what they told me too in DMs. And we can see the letter right there. We can see them having it open. It looks just like every other Christian letter. And I had someone make a transcript of this letter. I had to do that because the quickie is down. No shock that the quickie is down. So now let's read what Christian thought about Project Quick Islam. Greetings, Coupon 11 and all. October 3rd, 2021. The last response I have received from thee was one that was most filled with bad vibes. Yet I am not at all shaken. I tell you, once more, I meditate a lot, and I have connected with this universe and dimensions in the timeline, as well as the entire multiverse. So I speak only with greatness and ultimate truths. Absolutely no lies, sure, Chris. Illusions nor delusions at all. I genuinely know who and what I am, deepest and fully. So immediately telling them that they can't get in their head. So Christian's immediately ruining all these plans that these people had. And not only am I the goddess Blueheart of the Commodore consoles and nations of Quickville and Old Comma, but I am also and mainly the real player one, the one avatar. This body is the one God body. I am full reincarnation, none other than Jesus Christ himself. I am God. And my mom is Emmanuel. So now Christian is saying that his mom is the main God and he serves his mom. So that might be a way of saying that his mom told him to fuck her, because I'm pretty sure he said God told him to fuck her. Very weird, new information there. God above all gods, including Allah. So Christian has just made it clear that he ranks himself above Allah, and he ranks his mom above Allah. So in the attempts to get Christian to be a Muslim, you just made Christian shit on their entire religion. No shock that Christian would put himself above other people's gods, and no shock that Christian wouldn't want to switch religions when he already worships himself. Herself. Oh no, he just said Allah was a woman. Oh, that's not good. And I often speak and work with all other gods and goddesses. Allah is a good god, yes, but even he... Oh, wait, what? He? I guess he can't make up his mind on that. Has his imperfections and concerns over his followers and nationality of Islam. So I don't know what Christian's thinking. Maybe that was a typo. Maybe the person who translated this for me fucked it up. Or maybe Christian just interchangeably uses he and her. Wouldn't be shocked. Because it's kind of hard to mistranslate himself. Let me actually go and look at that. I want to see if I can look at this chicken shit writing. No, I can't. It's too fucking blurry. There's no way I'd be able to see if that's correct or not. I'm just going to assume that he interchangeably called a god a woman and a man. He and I both know that Islam contains a total population that includes around 40% of toxic haters, fakers, and sinners within it. Oh no. See, this is what happened. You tried to get Christian to switch to the Muslim faith, and of course he's just going to fucking shit on them. He doesn't like them. And this is no shock to me at all. And the total fallout and conflicts within are certainly not good. Rather, thou wishes to believe or not. Between both the dimensional merge, which is completed, all that remains is Universe 1218, is the failing Earth, period. Universe 1C2111987 and its Earth is where all the non-toxic majority shall be collectively shifted and are present with these events. I bring personally the second coming, and at present we are at Malachi 3 and 4 of the Old Testament, literally. I can't believe someone's saying, like, Bible quotes and literally mixed in. It's like Leafy if you switch to fucking Christianity. I continue my hardest of work and efforts alongside everyone between both this Earth of 1218 and the Earth of 1C211987. Meditate long, deep, and hard on that to confirm for yourselves. My body writes this with my telepathy, divine guiding its thoughts and hand, with an ally, holy flame soul maintaining it on my behalf. This is starting to sound like Time Cube. I'm not even fucking lying. Like, I know people have compared Christian to other fucking lolcows, but it really is starting to sound like Time Cube. I can barely understand any of it, and I used to be able to understand Christian perfectly. Alongside Allah, I can save most of you of this project of yours, but you need to be open for all gods. So Christian's saying, give up. Give up Islam and switch to fucking his religion. Switch to the Chris religion. Good job, guys. You really did it. The choice is yours, and knowing is half the God. G.I. Joe. Mrs. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu, the goddess Blueheart and god of all. So Christian rejected their fucking message and gave them his own message. And that is that he outranks their god, their religion sucks, and they need to worship him. Good job, guys. You really got Christian to believe in Allah. So, we're gonna go on to Kiwi Farms again, and we're gonna look at the whole operation behind this. And yes, people still use gay op as a word. So, people like Bo Blacks who didn't know that was a thing, yes, it is a thing, and people still use the term. For anyone who doesn't fucking get internet lingo. Okay, someone named Naruto, I'm gonna say Naruto, came to me on Discord to prove that their Quick Islam server has no malice in mind. So, I asked him to send me the chat logs of the server, and at first he didn't think it was weaning, but later on he said yes, they are LARPing, and it is just a ploy. So we see Under Cook Crow saying, knowing your target is the key of a perfect engagement. Here's a rundown on who is Christian. And then this person goes, read Quickie too. We are anti-idea guys. The idea guys gave Christian ideas and false gods. We are giving Christian ideas of the true God. Definitely not a tryhard. And more crossed out shit, because he actually thought the guy was crazy for a minute, but then no, he's a ween. He really did fall for this shit, and a lot of people fall for this shit. No, none of the weens are serious. They're all fucking doing it to get their name in Christry. No one wants to help Chris. That's the truth of it. No one wants to fucking help him. He's too far gone. Do you think there's a way out for them? My only way out is Islam. Before converting, I attempted to detransition once, and it failed miserably, because it was on bad foundation. That was in 2018. I ended up coming back to being transgender, because that's how transgenderism works, I guess. I met you in 2018. When you tried to the first time, you were really different, lol. I had these ideas that by detransitioning, I could become a Chad or a Chad Light and get girls. So he has a very similar mindset to Christian. And it's funny. It's funny that the people who fuck with Chris are very similar to Chris. Wow, I want a girlfriend. With that face, you'll never get a girlfriend if you're a male or a female. Just saying. One reason I went trans is because masculinity in this country is sick with toxic masculinity. Okay, so here's the thing. The only time you should transition is when you honestly think you're a woman. If you don't like men, be a man who doesn't like men. You don't have to conform to masculinity. You don't have to conform to society's standards. But you also don't have to be trans. If you feel like you need to be trans, if you feel like you need to transition, if you feel like if you're someone in another person's body, then and only then, after reaching out and getting help, that's when you should transition. But if you just hate men or hate the opposite sex, that's not a reason to transition. Just because you hate yourself doesn't mean that you're trans. Just thrown out there. Dudes here are not raised to have soft hearts and appreciate the universe. The reality of it is that this guy is a fucking incel. He doesn't want to talk to people. He doesn't want to work for anything. He just wants everything handed to him. You have to put in the effort to get a girlfriend. You have to put in the effort to get people to like you. If you don't try, you can never succeed. And this is definitely a guy who doesn't try. This is someone who gave up and then expected the universe to just give him something. And that's why he's now resorting to fucking with Christian to get attention. They're raised to be like, me, like effing girls, and being aggressive and standoffish and desperate for a girlfriend. Well, you're desperate for a girlfriend. In Islam, being male and female are both beautiful. I mean, say that to the females. Follow God's guidance and you can be a beautiful male. Not ugly, fat neck beard, or scary incel. You're definitely scary incel with that fucking face you're putting on. If that's even your real face. I'm putting it out there. That could be a fake profile pic, but I doubt it. That run-in with the law was traumatic. And combined with my conversion. I talked about it here before, did you? What was it? And then he shows a message from before where he talks about how he converted, I guess. A few months before converting to Islam, I had also a horrific run-in with the law that damaged me. So he also runs into jerk-offs. Prison might be a traumatic thing that really changes Chris. Let me explain how that run-in with the law was so horrific. When a cop seems to hate your guts, yells at you, sees that you're a delinquent, naughty boy, and now you have no idea who to look for judgment of if you're a good or bad person. If you do good things, chances are you're a good person. If you do bad things, you're a bad person. You should know the difference between what's right and wrong. Just throwing that out there. Religion doesn't fucking confirm if you're a good person. Are police really the ones who declare this person is good or this person is bad? No, that's you. That's you. It's everyone's own subjective views on morality. God is the judge who's good or bad, not police, your teachers, the school principal. I mean, they have rules though, and you have to follow them, and if you don't follow them, you're gonna get kicked out or arrested. And last time I checked, God doesn't run the country. People do. The officials do. I don't get that logic. It's just completely fucked. Oh, damn, I didn't have to squint to read that. I could have just read this zoomed in one. Good job. I did have a run-in with the law a few months. Yeah. I wish I would have fucking read that zoomed in one. Instead, I read the tiny one. I always gotta make things harder for myself. He thinks his mental illness is a good thing. And his autism is... what? Everyone I'm running into recently is fucking autistic. Is every fucking retard online autistic? Is every person online who is eccentric and get into trouble, are they all autistic? Because I swear to God, everyone I've run into this week who I've had a problem with is fucking autistic. What are the odds? Is the internet catered to autism? And says psychiatry is a scam. And that he only needs Islam. A lot of mental illnesses actually can be advantages. That's why I think there's more going on than what the scams of psychiatry and psychology say. Like, someone diagnosed with Asperger's is just someone who doesn't instinctively follow social norms. No, it's someone who can't follow social norms. That can be bad if you become an incel like Elliot Rogers, who had just regular autism. I don't think he classified as... I know it's the same, but it's still labeled differently. Or good, if it leads to you consider Islam when you live in a non-Muslim country. These are just variations that God makes in spirits, different personalities. So he's saying all Muslim people are autistic. I'm gonna skip ahead because that's good enough on its own. As someone who has been to so many shrinks and thrown away so much money in them, I suspect psychiatry is a scam. It's useless. They aren't God. They can't fix me until I convert to Islam. Okay, so it's more of the same. I'm gonna just go through this because I'm getting bored of his shit. Of course, like all other weens and Bella's server, they watch Geno Samuel's documentary, and they say Geno Samuel is the Bible of all weens, which is sad because when I was getting into Christian, you had to actually go on the quickie and read shit. And reading was a good fucking filter because so many fucking tryhards refuse to read shit. So it kept a lot of people out from getting into Christian. But now since they can just fucking sit there, because they have no life, and watch the entire Geno Samuel documentary in a week, they think they know everything about Christian, even though Geno leaves some shit out, and you never will understand all of Christian just by watching Geno. But I still like Geno, and he makes good shit. Anyone up for a Christian documentary watching session? Yeah, it's definitely not the most fucking pathetic thing I've ever heard. And then he asks again because no one fucking wants to. And there's more chat logs, but that's not important. I'm gonna move on from that. That's not really relevant. This guy named Nuka Victory talks about this whole thing, and I 100% agree with him. It's not like every day we get a treat, like in literal shenanigans, but here we are. I popped into a thread to read some absolutely insane Chris letters and maybe do another letter analysis, and I left with some fucking retards LARPing for Allah and trying to convert Chris. Then we find out that they're using Discord to plan even more gay ops. Immediate red flags, Scooby-Doo villain, I'm gonna avoid reading that because I just don't like reading those words anymore. It's not anything with me filtering myself. I'm just trying to not get fucking demonetized. So when words like that or the N-word appear, I'm just not gonna fucking read it because I want money. Hopefully you guys can understand that. They're fine with me saying fuck, but they're not fine with me saying that. Did none of these fucking retards learn... They're also fine with me saying retard for some reason. Learn anything from the Portobello saga? I swear to God, if I had a dime for every Chris troll in these last couple months with the same following characteristics. Lay epic trolling plan to checkmate Chris. Uses Discord for gay ops. Deletes everything but continues to use it after the reveal. Immediately disappears as soon as they're caught, but keeps the moral high ground. Didn't do nothing ideology 100% of the time. Weird obsession with pruning out. People who orbit them are transitioning or interested in it. Degenerate sexual behavior along with weird furry shit. I'd be a million times richer than I already am. Whatever the guy who fucking leaked this shit and came up with this shit, keep being an exceptional individual with your weird Discord server. I'd like to laugh a bit harder with everyone else. Feel free to add on anything else to the characteristics list, LMAO. I may have missed a couple of points. Godspeed, Kiwis, Godspeed. And that was everything involving Project Quick Islam. I said it was gonna fucking fail. It failed. It was a stupid idea. Christian puts himself above Allah and says that the Muslim people fucking suck. So what a shock. It didn't work. What a shock. Everyone pointed and laughed at this guy. What a shock that it's some incel loser, autistic incel loser, who doesn't even have a life, but yet wants to fuck with Christian. Is anyone shocked that the guy who organized this whole thing is a fucking idiot? I'm not. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will be moving into my new apartment soon, and hopefully I can get the apartment sounding better. I can pad it down with some fucking foam, try to get the acoustics fixed. Hopefully the videos will sound better soon. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. The people behind Project Quick Islam can get fucked. Bye, guys.